He probably was like, yeah, you're very attractive to me. Where you from? What you into? Well, I'm from Indiana. Mike Tyson said, Indiana? Get the f out of here. I don't want none of you Indianapolis. Get out. Not that she was from Indianapolis, but she was from Indiana. Hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NAROB on YouTube. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, see, I'm not going up. Everything in the world except for me is going up. Okay? Because I don't know why the hell my insurance went up to $18. Okay? My car is like 8 years old. Why the am I paying $238 a month for a car that I ain't hit nobody and ain't nobody hit me in friggin' years? Anyway, and for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue reading about the Mikey Tyson. Y'all tell a friend about us. It's a really good book. Bruno entered the ring. I smelled the fear on him. His own promoter noted later that as soon as Bruno's dressing room door opened for his ring walk, it was as if someone had put a pin into Bruno and all the air rushed out. He must have crossed himself a dozen times while they played the British national anthem. Him being scared gave me a real confidence boost. He had beaten my sparring partner, Oliver McCall, for the title, and he also knocked out Lennox Lewis. I knew that Bruno really didn't want to be in there, so all I had to do was be tough and hit him with some good shots, and it would be a wrap. At the end of the first round, I stunned him with a right that opened up a bad cut over his left eye. He was holding me so much in the second round that Mills Lane had to deduct a point from him. Do y'all remember when Judge Mill Lane had a show? Am I wrong? Wasn't it like the People's Court or something like that? Am I wrong? Was Judge Mills Lane a real judge? Or was he just a referee pretending to be a judge? But I know he was in charge of some kind of court TV show. About a half a minute into the third round, Bruno turned southpaw for a second and I rocked him with 2 left hooks. He tried to hold me, but I got in 2 vicious right uppercuts. The second one almost knocked him off his feet. He collapsed against the ropes, and then I finished him off. I had gotten in 12 uncontested punches. Mills Lane stopped the fight, and I was the new WBC heavyweight champion. I turned around and raised my arms in triumph, soaking all the adulation up, but then I gained some kind of respect and self-dignity and fell to my knees and put my forehead on the canvas and paid homage to Allah and made a short prayer. In the back of my mind, I knew that if Bruno had fought me in this fight with the same spirit he did the first fight, there was no way I would have beat him. So I got up and I went right to his corner where he was sitting on a stool being consoled by his wife. I stroked his head and kissed him on the cheek. My humility wore off 6 days after the fight. Nobody's going to give me no handouts and say, you are a great champion. We owe you this. I was the champion, which meant that I would be an even bigger target for scamsters, cheap hustlers, conniving women, and every con artist around. Sheesh. Baby, when girl, I mean, that's a 9 to 5 now, scamming. About his assistant, what's her name, Latondia. Latondia tried to make sure that none of them scamsters got close to his ass. Let me tell you this story. So, right, he was hanging out in this club called Leonard's in Chicago. No, what? So it was this lady sought him out in the club, right? And what Mike Tyson would do if he wants you, that's why I don't understand that Desiree Washington bullshit. You know, if he wants you, he gonna say to you, I want you. Okay? He makes it very clear. I want you, your girlfriend, and then after that, I may go get your other girlfriend, but I want you. He make everything very blatant.
And then you had a place in Ohio too, right?
Yeah.
And where do you like living? Do you like LA? Do you like being out here?
It's pretty cool.
Do you have a house here or you stay in a hotel?
Oh, I live in a hotel.
I live in a hotel too right now.
Where's your hotel?
It's, it's just right around the corner.
So we see this one girl at the club called Leonard's and he say to her, ooh, I want you. She like, ooh, you want me, Mikey Tyson? Yep. Mikey Tyson say he ain't have no rap. Mikey Tyson, at the amount of money that you have, baby, you don't need no fucking rap. Okay? I want you is enough. You know I want you, I told her. That was my one line. I was a regular black Rudolph Valentino, a.k.a. El Schmucko. No. Bitches respect that, Mikey Tyson. When you tell a woman, I'm trying to fuck, we respect that. Okay? And it's up to the woman to say, well, I mean, it's a cost. You could charge the ninja if you want to. If you want to sleep with the man for free, that's on you. I've never been that kind of woman. If I know, El Schmucko then walked up to me blatantly and said, I want you. Okay? But I've never just did that just to say that I hunched the champion of the world. I don't do things like that. She started heating it up. So Anthony and the other guys left the room and went outside to the VIP area. So don't forget, we in Club Leonard's. Leonard is Mikey Tyson's friend. Mikey Tyson and the girl that he wants, air quotes, unquote, whatever, is in Leonard's office inside of Leonard's the club. He said that he gave her a little love nip. Corinne step and say that ninja is a biter. That bitch ain't never lied about nothing she lied about some things, but she ain't lied about this part. She say that he likes to bite. That's all a part of his, what is that, foreplay. He said he gave the lady a little love nip, if that's what you can call it. That's what he called it. I gave her a little love nip on the neck. But when I found out that she was from Indiana, Dumb Beach, he probably was like, yeah, you're very attractive to me. Where you from? What you into? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm from Indiana. Mike Tyson said, Indiana? Bitch, get the fuck out of here. I don't want none of you Indianapolis bitches. Get out. Not that she was from Indianapolis, but she was from Indiana. Don't forget, Desiree Washington is from Indiana. I gave her the boot. Literally, I think I kicked her in the butt. I know you fucking lying, Mikey Tyson. I know you did not kick that lady in the ass. Then I walked her out of the office and she left. Anthony noticed that she wasn't flustered or anything because that was his job. To notice if the bitch had the propensity to sue. That's what he want to know. The next day, Leonard got a call from the woman's boyfriend. My girlfriend said that Mike Tyson accosted her in your club last night, he said. And she just filed a police report. Not good. I was still on probation from Indiana. And that bitch from Indiana. If I as much pinched a girl on her ass, Judge Gifford could haul my ass back into jail for 9 more years, then why you kick her in the ass? If you couldn't pinch her on the ass, why you kick her on the ass and bite her on the neck, Mikey Tyson? So Leonard and a friend of his who was a big entrepreneur dealing in illicit consciousness altering substances drove to Indiana to see the girl. What the hell? She told them that I had bit her neck, true, and tried to touch her private. No, that's not what Mike Tyson said. He said he kicked you in the ass. Leonard sensed immediately we didn't want another, he said. She said situation. And he knew she was only in this to separate me from a large chunk of my money. Tell me what you need because we don't need any adversity, he said. Here's 10 grand, his friend the entrepreneur offered. 10 grand? I want 10 million, the girl said. 10 million? Because he bit you on the neck and kicked you up the ass? 10 million, Leonard roared. What'd he do? Rip your pussy out and take it so it's no longer there? We'll talk more about this. By this time, Leonard got back on the expressway to Chicago. The story was all over the news. Mikey Tyson, listen, Mikey Tyson, you can't bite a bitch in the neck and then kick her up the ass. Oh my God, what is that about, Mikey Tyson? This lady was not the most credible person for the cops to believe. She was a 25-year-old beautician and a liquor store owner from Gary, Indiana, whose husband had been murdered weeks earlier while he was facing charges of selling raw cocaine. Plus, days before the incident with me, she had reached a settlement in a personal injury suit she had filed after being in a 1994 traffic accident, where the investigating cop filed a report that no one had been injured. When the cops refused to file charges, the woman sued Leonard's club in federal court, saying that he had allowed her to be accosted. She got her money when his insurance company settled out of court. The next step in unifying the title was to get the WBA belt. It was around the waist of Bruce Seldon, but it wouldn't be for long. I didn't think much of Seldon as an opponent. He wasn't much of a competitor. I hardly trained for the fight. I regained my WBA belt in less than 2 minutes. He goes on to talk about the Tupac murder and how he thought that shit was fishy. Okay? If y'all want to read that part, you go for it. Okay? You go for it. You buy the book and you go for it. Like I said, the book is long as shit, but it's good. I began to do coke again. It's all right, cocaine. I began to do coke again. It was right after the Seldon fight. And I was with a friend who had some, and I told him to give me the bag out of the blue. That's what addicts do. I hadn't done those kinds of drugs in 15 years, and boom, it just snapped right back. I know that good Muslims didn't smoke weed or snort coke or drink champagne, but I was going through an awful lot of shiz. I'm sure Allah knew that my shit was just overwhelming and that I wasn't strong enough then to deal with it. No comment there. Because of some bullshit lawsuit by Lennox Lewis, I had to relinquish my WBC belt right after the Seldon fight. Lewis was the mandatory challenger, but I wanted to unify the titles. So now I just had the WBA belt, and my next opponent was Evander Holyfield. If I would have fought Holyfield in 1991, when I was supposed to fight him originally, I would have knocked him out. He knows that. Everybody in his camp knows that. The best thing that ever happened to him was that I went to prison. That's when I lost all of my timing. Damn. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. Because, like I always say, it's just one moment in time that will change you forever. And going to jail, I believe, changes so many men. You know, especially when you're not meant to be caged like an animal. But then on the other hand, you acting like an animal, like a wild beast out here, kicking bitches in the ass and biting them on the neck. I ain't gonna say it no more, y'all. I know I keep pissing y'all off. That's when I lost all my timing. I couldn't be the tough 8-round fighter I had been. I told everybody that I wasn't ready to fight major league fights, but Don was pushing me and I wanted the money. I was being greedy, so I took the fight. Holyfield hadn't looked very good in his fights leading up to ours. He lost a couple of them, but at least he was active. Holyfield and I go back a long way.